These are some of the most disrespectful rap lyrics that actually happened, starting with a bar from Spinabenz's Who I Smoke. In it, he raps, 12 paramedics didn't save your life. Boy Rod K dead and he never coming back, left this in the street. This is the end of your life, boy. Who I Smoke is widely regarded as one of the most disrespectful songs of all time, and in this particular bar, Spinabenz is referencing the passing of 22-year-old Jacksonville rapper Rod K. Rod K was affiliated with Julio and the KTA gang and had only just started his rap career a few months before he tragically passed. The incident shook Jacksonville. Rod K was shot and killed outside the Hilltop Village apartments on November 20th, 2020. Paramedics arrived around 4:30 p.m. and found 2 victims in the parking lot. Initially, they reported that the wounds weren't life-threatening, but sadly, Rod eventually passed away. This is exactly what Spinabenz is referencing when he raps about the 12 paramedics who couldn't save your life. Rod K's death came just a day, as Rod K. Bolio's younger brother Bibby tragically passed away at the same Hilltop Village apartments in Jacksonville. Jacksonville rapper Queso was extremely disrespectful toward Bibby in multiple songs. In Queso, he raps about Bibby having a closed casket. Bibby had been hanging out with a friend outside the Hilltop apartments back in February 2019 when out of nowhere 2 men jumped out of a vehicle and opened fire. The 2 boys ran in different directions, with Bibby being chased down and shot as he tried to shield himself. Friends arrived on the scene and police later recovered over 45 shell casings from a rifle not long after Bibby's death. Queso began dissing him in nearly all of his songs, even using a picture of Bibby on an album cover to further disrespect him. Almost every post Queso made during this time contained disses aimed at Bibby.
And he was non-stop with the dissing, since almost every post he made was a diss towards Bibby.
Smoking on.
We smoking Bibby.
Yeah, all day, you know. And you know we smoke little Bibby.
But I put that on Bibby cremated.
I run that gym, bro.
That cremated.
This situation drew attention from local news outlets and the police. Queso was eventually charged in connection with Bibby's death after previously being arrested for allegedly killing another one of Julio's friends. Lil Buck. Things aren't looking great for Queso in these cases, especially since his own father reportedly told investigators that Queso was the one who murdered Lil Buck.
The one who murdered Lil Buck.
Senior told the state attorney's office that his son, Hakeem Robinson, posted on Instagram an incriminating message after McCormick was murdered.
Calling the store, it's on the store saying kill get the toes done.
And was that depicting Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
But that wasn't even as disrespectful as what Whiskey said in Computers. In the song, he raps about standing over J Money and putting 4 in his grill, then goes on to mention Lil Boo and HK. Whiskey is a rapper from STL, part of the EBT set of the GDs and one of the main ops of O'Block. He's known for beefing with rappers like Lil Durk and King Von J. Money was a BD from O'Block before his death and one of the gang's top shooters he was killed on. September 2nd, 2013, Labor Day. Weekend reports say he was set up by a woman who convinced him to meet in ops territory. When he arrived, he saw 2 ops and realized it was a trap. He tried to run, but it wasn't fast enough and he was shot in the head and body after J Money died. Durk and other O'Block members mourned his death on social media. Lil Boo was another target of Whiskey's disses. A-Team, 600 member and one of the gang's founders. Lil Boo taught younger members how to handle the streets and execute drills. He had multiple victims and was a major threat to rival ops. Between 2012 and 2014, he was locked up, making it hard for his enemies to reach him. But on April 3, 2015, while walking down the street, a car pulled up beside him. A passenger hopped out and opened fire, fatally shooting Lil Boo. He was rushed to the hospital but died at 22. HK was another of Whiskey's ops mentioned in the song, and many believe Whiskey was involved in his death. HK's passing was a major loss to his crew. HK wasn't originally active in the streets until his brother T-Roy died. T-Roy was King Von's best friend, and they would often go on drills together. On February 15th, 2017, T-Roy was out looking for a rapper named TB from Taekwon World that night. T-Roy went into a store alone to confront TB, but ended up running into Riley, who was FBG Brick Duck's brother, since Brick was cool with T-Roy. Riley tipped him off that T-Roy was inside the store. T-Roy tried to leave, but TB came in and pressed him before he could get his gun out, killing T-Roy. After his brother's death, HK sought revenge. He tracked down TB and shot him outside the same store where T-Roy had been killed. Sadly, 2 months later, HK lost his life as well. Wooski's ops didn't let all the disrespectful lyrics go unnoticed. Lil Durk fired back in his song 248, rapping about an OPP getting hit in the top, but surviving, saying, Wooski only should have ducked, referencing a shooting that grazed him in October 2018. Wooski attended the funeral of a mob member named Nusky, who had been shot a few days prior. Rumors said the BDs were behind it the day before Nusky's funeral. O-Block members were seen on FaceTime warning him that they had a big surprise coming for him.
So we gon' surprise.
You talking about tonight.
We gon' surprise, bro.
The day of Nusky's funeral was extremely tense as everyone knew something could happen. Right after the service ended, Nusky stepped outside to smoke a cigarette when a car pulled up and opened fire at the front of the church. 5 other people exiting the building were also hit. Wooski took a wound to the head and was rushed to the hospital. He survived but suffered minor brain damage and had to relearn how to walk and talk. Naturally, ABS and others made fun of him for this.
All the ugly motherfuckers seem like they super tough and shit. They super gangster cause he ugly and he got shit in his head, so now he's stupid slow, they think that's savage. That's lame. Don't nobody get shot in the head, that's goofy. Them bullets be changing them motherfuckers. I hope you watching, I hope you hear this, yo dude.
I hope you're ready. Eventually made a full recovery and returned to rapping. Also subscribe right quick if you're enjoying the video. But now let's move on to a bar from UK rapper Young Diz, because in Smoky Things he says CJ's mom kept shedding tears. Somebody tell her I don't give a that a son named here. Ever since her son got dropped, the whole block ain't done. CJ was 17 when he died, and his death was seen as one of the most brutal moves in the UK. His death has been covered by many British media outlets, but on September 4th, 2017, CJ and a group of guys were walking outside a playground and knew him with a truck pulled up and started firing their way. A 17-year-old boy was hitting the leg and CJ was hit in the head. He was rushed to the hospital and put on life support, but later passed from his injuries. Video footage caught the vehicle used fleeing the scene with CJ's killers were never arrested, and after CJ died, his gang didn't do anything to retaliate, so Young Beers made fun of them in the song. Season Day's mother was pretty upset about the song and went to the police to have it removed from YouTube. But Young Deers isn't the only rapper who took shots at someone's mother in a diss, because Spinabbins did the same, and I Don't Smoke Kendra dang, this mama got shot and he's still tweaking. This got shot, cool, I know she's leaving, they shot that finger off, she couldn't even tweet it. Spinnerbins is dissing Fulio and his people with these lines since Julio's mother was shot while in her house and Fulio's girl was hit multiple times while sitting in her car. One bullet grazed her head and another hit her finger after Julio's girl got his. Ups even went on Instagram making fun of her because of how she looked.
Look right, you finna cheat on her, ugh.
And after she healed up, she posted a video on her YouTube channel explaining what happened.
So everybody wanna know, when did I get shot? I got shot. I got grazed in my head, I got shot in my hand, I got shot in my thumb, I got shot in my wrist, I got shot in my knee.
On his beatbox remix Julio raps, Corbin got kidnapped and they found his bones, he was rotten. This song went viral on TikTok, which made it even more disrespectful. Corbin Johnson was an 18-year-old from East Jacksonville. He was reported missing by his family on June 11th, 2018. On the last day he was seen, Corbin was out applying for jobs with his dad, who dropped him off at an Amazon warehouse. After that, he was never seen again. The following day, his dad sent him a few texts, but got no response. After 48 hours passed, the family filed a missing person report. Exactly 1 year later, on July 11th, 2019, a man clearing a field on a tractor discovered human remains wrapped in a bag. Police quickly determined it was Corbin, and his death was ruled a homicide. There wasn't much evidence to go off, so no arrests were made. Despite this, Julio even went live on Instagram and made fun of Corbin for being kidnapped after he dropped Disown.
This man got kidnapped, like real deal, lost and found type shit, like. They found this man on, bro, I ain't even just saying this shit. They literally found this man bones.
Ty died from stab wounds, and 4 to 1 also disrespected Naughty. Bop rapping that he got stabbed once, stopped breathing, and his friends left him. He was on the floor bleeding and couldn't survive. Ethan Tata dissed 14-year-old Ethan, also known as Nadia. Osama back in July 2022, Nadia allegedly spotted one of his ops at the 13th Street City College train station. Nadia and his friends allegedly confronted the guy and Nadia hit him with a broomstick. Then an unnamed 15-year-old pulled out a knife. Naughty reportedly pushed the guy onto the train tracks and tried to run up the stairs, but he couldn't avoid the attack. He was stabbed and his organs collapsed and was rushed to a local hospital, but unfortunately he died from his wounds, even though Naughty was young. That didn't stop his ops from dissing him after his death. KFGs even hopped on IG Live and said,
"Never, ever, ever lie. Ever, ever. Can't be in no train station like that. Naughty, you heard?"
Blackwork made a post on Instagram saying, "Jong sneak diss me, now you dead, God bless the little one." Soon after the song, Naughty Bop dropped and the dance challenge went viral on TikTok. The twist? People were dancing to a diss track aimed at a 14-year-old, some even including police officers, teachers, and priests, without realizing what it was about. Speaking of disrespect, Youngboy also caused controversy when he slid on Jada Youngun's block and attacked his DJ. Click this video to see NBA Youngboy's most disrespectful moments.